what about those who say, again, that the Republican Party and the GOP specifically does not like homosexuals, that you are anti-gay, and they see that as an assault? How do you bring the two of them together to allow religious liberty to exist and the people on the LGBT side to say that you're not against us, you don't hate us?
Well, you know, Ed, I'm a Christian, and Scripture commands Christians to love everybody. This is about whether the government is going to persecute people of faith for standing up to their faith. You know, an analogy that I used with Ms. Page today as we were flipping pork chops, I said, listen, imagine if this were inverted. Imagine if there were a gay florist. Now, I know that's hard to imagine a gay florist, but just go with the hypo for a second. Imagine if two evangelical Christians came to a gay florist and they wanted to get married, and the florist said, you know what, I disagree with your faith. I have problems with your faith. You have no entitlement to force that gay florist to provide flowers at the Christian's wedding. We are a pluralistic nation that tolerates diversity. We don't have any right to force a Jewish rabbi to conduct a Christian wedding ceremony. We don't have any right to force a Muslim imam to conduct a Jewish wedding ceremony. And what we're seeing right now, Ed, is this liberal fascism and intolerance, where their object is to persecute, to punish, to fine any Bible-following Christian or believer that believes in the biblical definition of marriage as the union of one man and one woman. And that is profoundly inconsistent with who we are as Americans.
Can you do that, though, and make the gay community believe that you are not completely anti, that you don't hate them, and that you could still get their vote then? Because let's face it, they believe that you hate them, and that's it.
Well, listen, some activists do, and there's some activists who frankly manifest a hatred and intolerance for Christians, who are persecuting Christians. That is unfortunate. As I said, I think we should love everybody. But I'm a constitutionalist. And the Constitution, the Bill of Rights, the very first right protected in the First Amendment of the Bill of Rights is religious liberty. We're a nation, Ed, that was founded by men and women fleeing religious persecution and coming to a new land so every one of us could worship God with all of our hearts, minds, and souls. You know, on our website, tedcruz.org, we have a national petition that is up online from people all over this country who want to stand for religious liberty, to protect your religious liberty, my religious liberty, the right of every American to live according to our conscience and our faith. That has been the foundational right upon which this nation was built, and I, for one, am proud to stand with these heroes gathered tonight to defend religious liberty, and I'm glad so many people across the country are going to tedcruz.org, are signing that petition, are standing together as one.